So we just wrapped up the Association of the United States Army's annual meeting and exposition. There's tons of floor show stuff out there, like everything from tanks to small arms and everything in between, lots of software, all kinds of crazy stuff that's built, for the warfighter, for the soldier, and the Marine actually. And so here's a little bit of a collection of things that we spotted at AUSA that might not have got the coverage they needed. So drones. Drones have been the hot topic of all shapes and sizes and capabilities for more than a decade or so now. But they're getting smaller, they're getting new kind of ways of doing things with drones. They've got these backpack launched, tube launched drones where you can put two on a person and basically have a loitering munition for a soldier pretty much at any time, pretty lightweight. They've even got legged robotics, like a robot dog that has a drone perched on its back. So you have your little robot dog go out there and then launch the drone, the short-range drone for you. They've even got anti-drone stuff, like drones with their own nets to capture other drones. And some pretty cool devices and pretty interesting ways of both getting after the use of drones and protection against drones. And on the bigger gun side, the mobile howitzer question is still really being debated. We have tracked versions, some other countries have wheeled versions, but from the 155 level even down into smaller artillery ranges, there are options for different ways of doing vehicles plus artillery, keeping it mobile, keeping it safe. And the reason is because new adversaries such as Russia and China and perhaps even Iran or North Korea are going to have tons of different ways of striking armored platforms, and you got to be able to shoot quickly, move those artillery, and keep those guns firing. It's also just a grab bag of things we spotted at AUSA that kind of deserve a little attention maybe. One is of course the Naval Strike Missile. It's basically becoming as important or more important than the rifle to the Marines. It's the way they're going to kill ships and prove their worth and prove their mettle in the Pacific and really contribute to the joint fight. Smaller items such as metal detectors that also detect carbon fiber. You could honestly make carbon fiber devices, landmines, or IED type devices that really couldn't be detected by traditional older generation metal detectors. These new ones can do both, really can provide some safety for the soldier, at least some awareness, situational awareness of what's on the ground or under the ground in front of them. Also, ammunition. Tons of different options of ammunition, different things for AT-4 rocket launchers, recoilless rifles, different types of grenade launchers. There's a particular 40mm grenade launcher called the Hellhound, basically twice the punch of a standard 40mm grenade launcher, really built for urban combat to get that high explosion when you have a lot of different concrete barriers around and not as much airspace to work with as you would, let's say, in the woods or the desert. So ammo options galore, really. And lastly, of course, there's the CROWS system, the Common Remote Operated Weapon System. Basically, it's a way for soldiers and Marines to stay in the vehicle and fire their weapons remotely, whether that's a missile, a machine gun, or a grenade launcher. So they're not on top taking fire while delivering fire. They can actually sit in the safety of the vehicle and shoot and use cameras to spot targets and even use thermal and other types of sights to spot targets better and really defeat the enemy when they need to. So now let's talk about handguns, Glock and SIG. They've been competitors for a while, and there's new information on that front. A few years ago, the Army adopted the modular handgun system with the M17 and M18 9mm from SIG Sauer. Now that beat out competition from Glock for the wider Army and for the Marine Corps and for the Air Force and the Navy. However, special operators have chosen to stick with the Glock. They've got all types of options. They just did a large-scale contract for the Glock 17, 19, and 26 models. Now, Delta Force, many years ago, first adopted the Glock 22 in a 40 caliber, but then later shifted to the Glock 19, as did the other special operators, the Navy SEALs, Marines using for concealed carry, and also the MARSOC or the Raiders. So basically, almost all their special operations are carrying the Glock, even though conventional soldiers are going with the SIG Sauer. So still some competition there, even though the big competition was a couple years ago. So there's still ways for Glock to stay in the game. In the electronic gear side of things, some two small items that could be of great use for the soldier is Thales released a new handheld radio, lighter, a little more robust antenna strength and communication and receiving, and also they have a new GPS-denied environment navigation system. Essentially, it looks like a body cam on the front of the soldier that pretty much guides them around the battlefield when GPS can't be found. So a helpful tool if navigation is a difficulty.